You're watching The Breakfast Club.
What up, y'all? It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yep.
Mr. Kevin Liles.
Hey, brother, how are you,
Good
man?
morning, sir.
Kevin
God
Liles
is
just
good.
did 10 deals while he was sitting here right now.
Just did, right?
Kevin inspires me because he's a well-off individual. We all know that. A lot of money.
Don't put his money out there like that, but he does.
But he still hustles like an intern.
He does.
Absolutely.
As an executive, like, I see Kevin everywhere. I could be in New Orleans having brunch, and there's Kevin. I could be at the Ween Awards, and
Hampton,
there's
Virginia.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Y'all remember that?
Why, Kev?
I got to be in the street. I don't know. I came up there. I think the street needs me. I think there's kids not getting mentored. They're not getting talked to, not getting told to do the right thing. And I don't know how not to do it because that was told by me by Russell and Leo. You know what I mean? So I got to be there. And I think I'm from the street and I'm about the people. So I want to be there.
Are you running 300 now? Because I see Leo left and I only see you there now.
No, you know, the reality of it is Leo is still a big owner in the company. It's my partner for 20 years. YouTube's one of the biggest investors in our company. So we just running the board, you know, right
It actually
now.
probably helps you to have Leo.
You know, I don't want to say too much, but I don't say that's my man, though. You know what I mean? So,
And
you know.
Todd Moskowitz, is he still involved or he left?
Todd went to do his own thing. And like I tell people in life, sometimes you got to make choices that's best for your family. So I applaud anybody that does that. But like I say, even you with me or you're not, period.
Man, that sounded aggressive, Kev.
No,
you got executive beef?
Nah, never. I don't beef with nobody. Please don't punch me in my face. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I got too many people around
It's
me.
business.
Yeah, it's all business to me.
People sometimes, I feel like, also, I mean, there's two sides to it because I feel like sometimes people get upset when you leave a certain position that they're used to you being in and they act like you're not loyal. But sometimes people do move on to different things, and then sometimes people aren't loyal.
How can you get mad at somebody making a decision for their life?
That's real.
And at the end of the day, we all are forced in those decisions in real life, whether it's being with a girl or a guy, whether it's leaving a different city to go do something else, whether it's I was an engineer and I decided to stop doing engineering and go into the music business. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't fault anybody for the choices that they make, as long as they make them for a better life for them.
And as long as you're upfront about it too. I just don't like when people do things and it's like sneaky. As long as you keep everything on the table, on the up and up, and be like, look, this is what's happening. Don't let me find out somewhere else, and don't do anything underhanded. Don't lie, and we good.
Yeah, the reality of it is I don't care. So what I do care about is making sure that I'm standing by the culture. I'm applauding you. I'm celebrating. I told you guys did a great job with the election, but more importantly, that's the growth of the Breakfast Club and how I come into a city. Oh, the Breakfast Club here now, and then I say, okay, well, she's doing this, and I see Emmy with me last night, and I see Charlamagne, and me and him texting back and forth about things. That to me is what I'm excited about. And you guys are with me whether I'm doing records or sharpening pencils. And so that to me what's exciting me.
Let's talk about Freestyle 50. I was with you last night. Now, what's this new venture you're doing?
Well, I always try to find a way to celebrate life. And so think about the things that have happened during our existence. We've had a black president. That's not something that was before him. So I think he freestyled his way to the presidency. I think Serena Williams, when she picked up a racket, what if her father said, no, I just want you to go to school and do something? I think she freestyled her way into tennis. What if Tiger Woods would have never picked up a golf club? These things. What if Issa, who was at Stanford, didn't decide to do Insecure? Now you have an opportunity. Barriers of entry are broken down. You can freestyle your way to success. You know what you used to do, Angela. When you know what you used to do. See, you look funny. No. You know what you used to do, Envy.
Pull my criminal records.
Charlamagne know what he used to do. We all used to do something else, and we freestyled our way to our own success. So every year.
Is that a great idea?
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, okay, guys.
Get your heads up the gutter, guys. Come on.
So I just want to celebrate, people in life and people who freestyle their way through life. And I partner with Verizon, and we just want to go out and celebrate people. So we launched it last night. We want to give people the opportunity to freestyle their way to success. I'm taking 7 people and have them battle to give one prize. But those 7 people I'm putting on tour with my artists next year, whether it's Young Thug, whether it's Migos, whether it's Trey, whether it's Day Day.
All 7 of them?
All 7 are going on one different tour
Oh,
throughout the country. But then one of them, I'm going to give a singles deal at 300. London's going to produce the track, for me. Shout out to London, and hopefully everything's good with him and his fam. And then also, I'm going to give them $10,000. So here's a moment, whether you dancing, freestyling, rapping, freestyling, poetry, freestyling, whatever, it's freestyle your way to success. Explain to us why you are you. And that's the opportunity, always going to get back to the culture and always going to give them, opportunities to be successful.
Now, is this the best way to get in front of an executive nowadays? Because back in the day, people would stand outside of labels and wait for y'all to walk out.
They do all that still.
They still do all that?
Yeah, they do. And, the Instagram and Twitter and all this. And, to me, is that you got to embrace technology. One reason we started the label was because we saw the music business about to turn. Now your store is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can consume all kinds of entertainment at any given time of the day. So we felt it was great to create a entertainment content company, and YouTube and Google are backing us, and we feel great about it. And I want to constantly do things like this for our culture and give them an opportunity. Last night, we just made the launch last night, but we done probably got over 2,000-3,000 people and probably 1 million, 2 million engagements already based on the contest. So
how do people enter?
So you upload yourself, to Twitter or Instagram. Rapping over Day Day Spend It, you know what I mean? Somebody said, spend that ish. I'm gonna win that ish. I said, no, I don't know, homeboy. I don't know if you're gonna win this rapping like that. You know what I mean? But you upload it, and then we're gonna choose London and I, and we have a big event December 17th in Atlanta that we're gonna blow out. You know what I mean? So
that's a good way to promote Day Day's record too.
See, now you go there. You know me, I'm always thinking of good ways to do everything.
But I'm going to be in Atlanta December 17th, too.
Okay, so you're going to be with me.
Yeah,
so, it's hashtag Freestyle 50 Challenge. And I want to make sure people do at Verizon and at 300. And I have this joke, they got a lot of, I don't care, what you decide, who you decide to do, but when you partner with somebody, partner with them. You guys have been here with Power 105 and iHeart, and just to see what they've done with you guys, that's true partnership. What I'm doing with Verizon is true partnership. What I'm doing with Google and YouTube is true partnership. So, I'm Verizon.
Now, I want to know who listens to all these things? Like, do you have a team? Because that's going to be a lot of entries.
Those beautiful young ladies behind them, probably.
No, so what I do, I got it's myself, it's London, it's my whole A&R team at 300. It's QC, the label. It's Disturbing the Peace, the label. It's the T.I. Grand Hustle, the label. It's my kids, RGF. I got everybody giving me insight, on what it is. We're listening to every single thing. And again, I'm not just listening to who can rap. I'm listening to who's saying something. Mm-hmm. Who's moving culture, who really telling me the truth about what's going on. This is as fun as it is, it's really about your life. I want to see, are you telling your truth? When somebody telling the truth, when you trying to say spend that and you end up not running out of money, you ain't spending nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? So
I spent that ish.
So to me, it's just about telling your truth and, having a good time.
Is that what you look for? Because, you always seem to embrace what's new, but you come from what's pure, like that 90s hip hop. Like, how do you embrace what's new coming from that?
I'm always looking for that person that can walk in the room and people go, who's that? But I'm also seasoned enough to know that you can't just be what you were. You have to allow our culture to evolve. Think about radio personalities back in the day, to where y'all wouldn't even be allowed back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So think about where it is now. So if I was ignorant enough to think that hip hop wouldn't evolve, hip hop wouldn't change, people wouldn't try to do different things, dress different ways, I'll be ignorant to allowing it to grow. And part of my job is staying awoke. And awoke is allowing things to move around you and evolve, and also be in flow with water,
Right. Now, as 300 as a company, it's a label and a management company. Explains so everybody
So I'm going to clear it all up. 300 Entertainment is an entertainment-based content company. We do music and we do recorded music. A lot of you guys know me because I manage artists too, but that's separate.
Okay, so you're KWL.
Everything's separate.
Okay.
Everything's separate. But we all family. That's like saying Russell's at ADD. We're at 300. That we don't do stuff together. It's like we all going to do stuff together.
That's interesting. Because I just be assuming if I see Kev with an artist, he with 300.
Yeah,
except for Trey. That's probably the only one I know that's on Atlantic, right?
Yeah, Trey's on Atlantic. I got probably 9 artists that I manage. I just like with me guys, it's not about whether I manage or you sign to me. I care about you as a person. I want you to be a contributing citizen. I want you to
Right.
grow up to be a good young woman or a good young man. So I don't really, the title thing, I don't really care about.
No, Kevin's the type of person that even if he's not, getting no money from you in whatever way, he's still gonna tell you what you need to know and help you out and do whatever he can. So it's not just about.
Boogie's not signed to me. He was there, last night, performed for me. I just love the kid. I love the movement, of High Bridge Label. I love Q. I see a lot in them, so I want to help support them and promote them.
When you see kids that have potential that want to be artists, right? What do you think are some of the main things that they need to know as fundamentals of what they need to be doing in order to get recognized and get better, get on the radio, have people come to their shows? Like, what are some things that really need to be worked on?
I think, again, the barrier entry is not there anymore. Everybody can be what they want to be. I don't care what it is. You have a device that is, you don't have to go rent a camera from somebody. You can use your phone and create your own story. So I think all that's excuses when people say, "Oh, I can't do it," or "I can't get to this," or
I don't have any money to get in the studio.
All
I
that's
need somebody
excuses.
to film this for me. I can't do a video.
Excuses to me. I say get hot, because when you get hot, I'm gonna find you. You know what I mean? You don't have to come to me when you're not hot. I got people say, "Well, this is my city." I go to the city and the record ain't playing at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Right. Nobody's spilling drinks. The girls ain't around you. I got more girls around me. I ain't even popping bottles. You know what I mean? So to me, I just don't believe in it. I think now the barrier entry is open. Do you get out? If you're an artist, an athlete, just do you, man. The opportunity is there for every single person. And everybody knows my story, but I'm from Baltimore. I wasn't meant to be the president of this and the CEO of this. I was supposed to be dead, on drugs, or in jail, period. You know what I mean? So don't get no excuses to me.
You think you'd have been bigger than what you are with all this technology that's available now if you had that back then?
Man, I'll be the president of the United States. y'all, listen. And the funny thing about it, that's why I'm back in it like that. That's why you're going to see me around more than ever. That's why I'm going to come spend more time with you guys, and that's why we're going to be moving. Here's what's not going to happen. We're not going to have another election where, 7 million people that voted in 2012 don't vote. We're not going to have another election where 46% of the people that were eligible to vote didn't even get out and vote. That we ain't doing no more. So what I realize is, and why I'm doing it, the whole freestyle 50 thing, I need everybody to understand your freestyle still has to mean something to life. It has to mean something to the culture, and you have to move culture with your freestyle. So I'm pushing people in the same way that I'm always going to do with culture. I'm pushing people and holding them responsible. I told Trump's people, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to hold you accountable. You're going to give me a seat at the table, I'm going to take a seat at the table. And you will hear from our culture, and you will be responsible to our culture.
Now, what cities is Freestyle 50 coming to? Just so we know, for everybody that's trying to enter the win
it's really everywhere. I mean, it's really everywhere.
So everything is online.
We got Instagram and Twitter. You can upload to, and then we have 7 markets. Mainly in the South that we're focusing on, because we have a good partnership with Walmart. And what happened is they came to me and said, "Well, Kev, there's 7 gigabytes. There's for $50." And I said, "Guys, I got all that with Walmart and everything." What I do is I just want to do freestyle, and I want to celebrate people who love us, and I just want to make sure that if your thing is prepaid, my thing is providing people for an opportunity to get out and freestyle their way through life. You know what I mean? So hashtag Freestyle 50 Challenge. But in closing, unless y'all got any questions, I really want to take time to say a lot of people can interpret us being awake because we woke up, but you're not awake until you ring the alarm for somebody to have faith in being everything that they can be. You're not awoke. If you're not changing somebody else's life, if you're not inspiring people call and they really lost when they talk to you. They really feel like, how can I find my way? And Envy, even last night, your set was different from everybody's set. That was your crowd when you went on. People, it's like, this knucklehead over here, Charlemagne, people, as much as people might say, he puts it straight to you. He makes you tell your truth, because a lot of people come here bullshit, you know what I mean? So he makes you tell your truth. So I really, really applaud you, and please let's continue to support me and all the efforts that we're doing. Angela giving away coats this weekend. I told her I want to do something special with her.
Kids in Detroit.
In Detroit. So whatever you guys are doing, we here to support each other. So hashtag Freestyle 50 Challenge. Make sure you go out and support us. Atlanta, December 17th. Angela is co-hosted with me. I made that
There you
call.
go.
I made that call right now. She's going to be there. And again, I love you guys. And
I did want your OG wisdom on one thing, just to expound on it. How do we move forward after this presidential election?
I think instead of having town hall meetings during an election season, we need to have them now. We just start mobilizing, communicating, talking about the importance of not just getting out the vote, but what does the vote mean? I think we forgot. I really think we got comfortable and complacent by having a black man in the White House for 8 years. You know what I mean? If the trends had started in 2012, with 08, big turnout, 12, not that big of a turnout, and then you had a social movement with Bernie Sanders that was going against the establishment. People just don't want the establishment anymore.
Right.
So what we have to do is establish new rules of engagement, younger people getting involved. The 30 years old changed the world. 32 years old, 35 years old changed the world. Every one of us have to use our God-given gift and our freestyle opportunity to engage other people. Like, I'm holding people accountable now.
Right.
You know, I'd say people doing all this mannequin and all that stuff. I said, how many of y'all voted? You know, people out here going to
And
all
they
these
froze.
parties, and they froze. People out here going out to all these parties, standing in line to buy $200, $300 tennis shoes, and did you vote?
Right.
Did you tell somebody that, hey, it's important for you? Just think about, you know, people dying for just the right. You know what I mean? I watched this movie the other day, and even though you had the right to vote, you got people standing there telling you can't vote. And now you got people saying, hey, treat them like we used to treat them. Oh, back in the day, we wouldn't allow this. But we sitting here allowing, and I'm not saying it's not about revolution, it's about evolution. Understand what happened, and now let's make a plan and a course of action. And I'm doing it. Everywhere I go, everybody gonna know how I feel about it. And we're gonna have to mobilize, centralize communication, start having conversations right now. We could have won the election as Democrats if we would have did the right thing.
Right.
I think a lot of people made a lot of mistakes and a lot of assumptions. So just because your husband is a former president, and everybody loves him, just because you are the most qualified person in the history of politics since I've been alive to be able to run for office and you don't get elected, that's something wrong. But we are the problem. We are the problem. So we have to hold ourselves accountable.
You think we shot ourselves in the foot? Well, the Democrats, when they, you know, because it seemed like Bernie was going to be the candidate, and like they kind of like stole the primary from him. You think they shot themselves in the foot by doing that?
Again, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I can just tell you this: if I was going up against somebody that had that kind of movement, he'd be part of my staff. I would have made him vice president.
Word up. Absolutely.
Period. Again,
That's what I was saying. I said if Hillary and Bernie Sanders would have ran
Oh,
together,
it's
that
not
would
even,
have
it's not
been
even a
it.
question. He stood for. I want you guys to understand what Trump did. Trump said, "Okay, you talking middle right? I'm gonna talk way left.
Right.
I'm a feed on people's insecurity.
And their fears.
I'm gonna make and their fears, and I'm gonna make sure. And these are things that happen. It's in history.
He empowered the powerless.
Yeah, he said, you know what? Just like Barack awoke African Americans, I'm gonna go awake some other people. And those people came out in droves. Hillary didn't even win the white female vote.
That's crazy.
These were the people that were mad that Barack Obama was president for 8 years.
No, this is what I'm saying. So you can't take it for granted. You can't take life for granted anymore. You just can't. If you guys don't evolve, you're not going to be here anymore.
That's a
if
fact.
I don't evolve, then you tell me, why you see me out there? I'm getting next to the hot boy that's saying, yo, what we doing? I mean, he got to tell me. Because I ain't in it like I used to be, but you're definitely going to see me out there.
Damn right.
So I got to be next to that energy that feeds me every single day. And then that's why I'm going to come with different campaigns. And God bless, hopefully we're rising and say, man, that freestyle event we did, we want to do 10 of them. And hey, we want to do it next year. And we're going to start giving awards to people who freestyle their way through. I'm hoping it turns into something even bigger.
Right.
My final question: what the hell's up with Trey Songz? Where's Trey?
Trey just shot 5 videos. We're putting out a little movie. We shot a movie, but I wanted to take some time off because we did it for 7 years straight. Sometimes you gotta walk away from it. And here's the great thing about it: we, like I said last night, you find a way, you nurture a way, and sometimes you just gotta get out of the way to see if somebody's there. Ain't nobody there. We back.
Damn it, man. Enough said.
I agree. Like what I said the other day, I said, remember when Trey was the doll in the radio? He did all the shows.
Took a
he was
break,
on
he did a movie
all
in
over the
New Orleans.
playlist. I'm like, where the hell is Trey now?
Yeah, we did a movie. We did a thing with Kevin Hart. This is one of our friends. We did that record. We shot a movie that's coming out next year. The album's done and everything. We shot the videos last week, and this month was Angels with Heart Month, so we doing a lot of charity. And he celebrated his birthday, on Monday. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Happy birthday, Trey.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Liles.
Thank you, guys. God bless
It's
you.
the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.